Good morning, everybody. I think we're live here. Let's see. You guys know the drill. Go ahead and let me know in the in the comment section if you guys hear me. Give me a hello, where you're from, what color braces you're in. I think we're live. Every time I do this, I'm not really sure, but then you guys give me the heads up. Oh, I think my audio might be off. Can you guys hear me here? Can you guys hear me? Oh yeah, it is. My bad. It definitely is there. Good morning. All right, cool. Awesome. Hey, Hessa. JC, what's up? Natalie. Hey, guys. Dareen from Ireland. What's up, London? South Africa. Awesome. Cool. Looks like we're... All right, good. Yeah. No, the mic was there. It was just the mic that I actually use is under it on the streaming software. I wish I could show you what the streaming software looks like. It's a little bit confusing. But it basically has it. So it's like the video, the microphone, and then it's like the real microphone, because the microphone that it uses is the computer one. So the computer like circuits and it gets that like screechy like sound. From Maryland, live in South Korea. Awesome. Hey guys, I'm doing awesome. How are you guys doing? You guys, it's crazy time. These cases are spiking up. I hope you guys are all staying like really safe. I know it's hard, but remember, like, we just got to push through this a little bit more. Vaccines on its way, so good things. I don't have braces, but I just joined. That's cool. Join the party. It never hurts to learn more. Knowledge is, it's an awesome thing. So happy to have everybody on here. Today we're going to be doing a live again. We're going to answer some questions from our last video, which wasn't that successful. I don't know why, because braces buttons are pretty cool. I feel like most people have them at some point, but you know what? It's okay. It's all right. It doesn't have to be successful. As long as it helps some people, I'm happy. Oh, we have a doctor on here. Hello, Doc. David from Johannesburg. Awesome. Schools are still open in London. I've gotten my first orthodontic appointment since lockdown in 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. You have Misty, where are you from that you guys haven't had an ortho appointment since lockdown? That's crazy. I've been seeing a lot of patients, but you know what's crazy? A lot of patients I haven't seen back from before lockdown, and I don't know where they are. Like, we're trying to call them, they're not picking up. I'm like, these people are in braces and they're walking around out there. Come on in. I'm happy to see you. Schools are closed, Czech Republic. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Well, thanks, guys. I just finished doing this thing. I was like, while I was doing this workout, I was like, I have to tell my YouTube family about this. So I just got, like 2 days ago, if you guys have a Nintendo Switch, I got this thing called the Ring Fit. I think it's called Ring Fit. Hold on one sec. Yeah, the Ring Fit Adventure. And there's a link in the description of today's video. This thing's like the greatest workout ever. It's, gyms are closed and you have a Nintendo Switch. Get this thing. It's like awesome and like really like it's a really good workout. So check it out if you haven't already. Definitely recommend it. Okay, guys. So what I want to do is I want to dive in and let's kind of do this thing as we usually do it. Let's focus on questions from the last video, right? And then we'll go ahead and we'll do some questions from today and then just chat, for a little bit, see how we're going on over here. I have a lecture tonight that I'm giving to UCLA dental students. So I'm really excited about that. I'm thinking about like recording myself doing it and just making a video out of it. I don't know. It might be a little technical. It might not. I don't know. Thinking about it. Maybe I'll do like a version of it online. It might be pretty cool. But anyways, let's type it on here and answer some questions about buttons. So one of the questions I got was buttons being used for like cross elastics to help with like bites. Okay, so I mentioned on, I think it was the last point was that buttons can be used to run elastics to help in cases of like overbites and underbites when using aligners, right? But that's not only true for aligners. It can also be used for braces. So like, let's say you have like a narrow upper jaw or a wide upper jaw compared to the lower jaw. Well, then buttons can be used on like the tongue side, and you can use elastics and run it from like the tongue side. So like, for instance, let's say you have an upper jaw that's a little narrow, but not narrow enough that needs an expander, right? So let's say the teeth were like something like this, okay? Well, then in a case like this, we can put a button on the tongue side of these upper teeth, and then we could run rubber bands from the tongue side up here outward like that. And what that'll do is it'll lean the lower teeth in and the upper teeth out to correct like a crossbite in the sense of that. So it's not just used for like overbite, underbite. It can also be used for like a narrow upper jaw. So kind of cool. On the flip side also, if you have, let's say, both arches that are kind of caved in, your orthodontist could expand the upper jaw and then use that same technique to upright the lower jaw. So basically what you could do is run the buttons from the inside of the lower teeth, right? Like let's say we expand and make it wider, then you could run the rubber bands to make the upper jaw and lower jaws wider. Okay, so buttons are awesome to correct overbite, underbite with like Invisalign and aligners and things like that, but can also be used while in braces. It's not like only used for like bites in aligners. Okay, and honestly, like I said, there weren't a lot of questions on this video. Someone asked if it could be used for things like that, and yes, you can. I just wanted to show you on the models what I meant by that because I didn't mention it in the video. But like I said, today I kind of want to do more of a Q&A based off of what you guys have. If you have any questions about buttons, I'll prioritize that, and then we'll answer any other questions here. Okay, guys? So I get this question a lot. Live with Live asked this question. I've seen it a lot, and it's people ask like, how long does it take to close the gap? And that's like really hard to answer because it's like saying like, how long does it take to travel to another state? So it really depends, right? If your states are close by, it won't take very long. But if you're traveling a longer distance, it'll take longer. And there's no like rate like, oh, it closes a millimeter a month. There's no way to do that because it depends on your body. If you're younger, teeth move quicker because the bone is less dense. So age goes into it. The size of the gap really matters. The amount of crowding before, the lip posture, how much force your lips and your tongue are putting on teeth. So it's really hard to say how long does it take, you know. So that's a tough one to answer. Angeline, gummy smile video. I know I have to make this video. It's a really hard one because there's so many factors that go into a gummy smile. So I have to kind of line it up in my brain and make a video on it. This week's video, I'm being like incredibly like tired right these days. So I'm gonna make one based off of like probably another patient video. So I think this one's gonna be about what like I personally put braces on patients on their first appointment. It really depends on the office. But I think I'm gonna do a video this week on like a live patient procedure, like what to expect at our first visit, what to expect at most orthodontist first visit. I don't know. Would you guys find that interesting? Like the thing is I filmed this patient procedure. It was the first patient procedure I filmed, and I did it wearing my loupes, my magnification that has a light. And when I was doing the procedure, it washed out a lot of what was on the teeth, so it doesn't look that good at putting the braces on, but all the other stuff's really cool. So if you guys want to see that first patient, I think that'd be really fun. That first video, I think it'd be fun. I think I might do it on this week's video because I'm having like a really hard time sitting down and coming up with content right now. I think I'm just tired. I know I'm gonna do a gummy video. I have to do a gummy video. I know. I keep seeing comments on it. Maybe I will. Maybe I will this week. We'll see how much time I have because, like I said, I usually film on Wednesday nights, which is tonight. But I'm giving a lecture to UCLA tonight, so I don't have a ton of free time this week, and then I have a meeting tomorrow morning. So it's gonna be a crazy week. Okay, let's see here. Why is that orthos? Oh, Denise is asking, why do orthos put cement? I have cement in my mouth that's keeping me from closing my mouth. Okay, so Denise, those are called bite turbos, and I have a whole video that talks about it, but it's basically used to separate your teeth a little bit so certain movements can be achieved. So if you have, like, let's say a deep bite and your upper teeth overlap your lower teeth a lot, well, then you'd break your braces off your lower teeth. So they put this cement or bite block to prevent it from coming down. Okay, so check out that video. It's a little bit older video. If you guys have seen it, let me know in the comments. These videos, I really truly think I have to go back and remake a lot of my old content because it is so freaking embarrassing to watch. I've been going back and it's like, oh god, like the lighting's off, the audio's like completely shot. It just, my energy is like garbage. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm watching those videos. I'm like, how boring is this guy? So I want to make it so it's a little bit more fun, a little more engaging. The backlights, the lighting, the camera, things like that. So yes, old video. Don't judge me from it, but check it out because it has a lot of valuable information about what bite turbos are. Okay. Best people ever. There's a black dot in the middle of my braces wire. Is that meant to be there? Yes, it is. So if you guys look really close, really quick, Denise, what's the name of that video? Life with Live. It's called Bite Turbos. So check it. Just search Bite Turbos braces explained. It'll be there. Anyways, back to the question about the lines. So yes, the braces wires have lines on them, and it depends on what it is, but basically that's used to mark the midline of the dental arch. So it looks kind of like a U. The midline is right in the middle of it. So if your orthodontist is trying to change your arch form or things like that, it might not be dead on with your face, but generally it's dead on with your face to get the arches to, it's called coordinate. Because if you can imagine, if one is like this and one is like this, it's gonna move your teeth like that and mess up your bite. So those marks are used for your orthodontist to line up the teeth with your mouth. That being said, it could shift a little bit, right? And that's what we talked about one time when we were saying that if the wire is long and it's poking you in the cheek, it can be caused by a number of factors, but one of them is like the whole wire shifted. So if you have a pokey wire on your right side and that midline mark is off to the right side, that's what's probably going on. Your wire shifted to that side and needs to be shifted back. Okay, that could be done either at home. You can use the back of your toothbrush and kind of push on it and it'll correct it, or you just go to your orthodontist. They could probably take off your colors, reorient it, and put the colors back on. All right. Okay, a lot of questions here. Do you prefer Holly or Essex retainers? It depends on the case. So I most often, kind of right now where I'm at in my experience, I like Hollies because Hollies allow for me to make minor movements. If the teeth have moved a little bit, you could switch it back with a Holly. It also allows the back teeth to settle. There are pros and cons for both though, and that's in a video about retainers. It's kind of older one. I think it's probably a year old now, maybe 2 years old. I know I did it in like the holidays, so it's a December. It was made in December. I just don't remember what year. It was either 20. All the years are like blurred right now. Like I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what day it is. I have to look at my calendar to know which office I'm gonna go work at today. But I know because every YouTube live I have the same office. But anyways, yeah, it's a video about retainers. I have the pros and the cons right now. Most cases I like Hollies, but if you're an Invisalign patient, I say let's just go with Essex because of the fact that you were in clear aligners. I'd like to keep you in clear appliances. Okay. What's an awesome way to fix an open bite? Well, it really depends on the cause of the open bite. Go see your orthodontist. They'll tell you what's best for your particular case because every single case is different. I wonder if my team is on here. Eddie and Nikisha said that they were going to join in on our lives. They've been watching the ones just a little bit late, so I don't know if they're here right now. But if they are here, what's up, guys? See you in an hour and some change here. Okay. I have these bended wires, like a U shape. What's that for? I don't know. Not sure what you mean by that. And you made it. Welcome to a live video. Finally you made it. Love having you guys on here. I'm enjoying these lives. I feel like we can kind of get really quick, just Q&A, like rapid fire questions, and I can help answer a lot of your guys' concerns because it helps. It helps. I know it could be stressful when you guys are like, oh my God, what's going on in my mouth? I need to know, but I don't want to wait till my next appointment. So these are awesome. I enjoy doing them. I actually enjoy doing these more than the full videos because I can just turn this on and I feel like I'm chatting with some friends as opposed to sitting there late at night filming a video. The other ones are more polished, but this is a little bit more fun. I enjoy doing these. I think it's a great time. Sarah had her braces off, but somehow made her way here. Sarah, it's cool. It's great having you guys on these things. I feel like it's really helpful and it helps answer a lot of questions that you had either when you were in braces or just in general. Like, it's good to know these things. Like, I watch videos about like plastic surgery and stuff like that. I'm not going to get any plastic surgery done that I know of, but it's still interesting. It's good to know. Knowledge is never a bad thing. Kyra's asking, can a dentist put on braces? A dentist can, but a dentist isn't trained like professionally to put on braces. So a little bit of a like law of dentistry here. So when you go to dental school and you become a dentist, you are actually licensed to do practically everything, anything dental, which is pretty cool. So like, let's say you finish dental school, and that's it. You want to go and you want to do braces, you could do braces. You want to go and do root canals, you could do root canals. You want to do like a crazy hard extraction, you could do that. But you have to do it legally to the level of a specialist. So if you want to go and specialize in it, you can go and become an orthodontist, which is what I did. So that was like 3 more years of training. Or you can go and become a root canal specialist, and that's like 2 years of training. Oral surgery is 4 to 6 years, and this is all, mind you, after dental. So you go to undergrad for 4 years, dental school for 4 years, and then you do additional training. So mine was UCLA 4 years, UCLA dental school 4 years, UCLA residency 3 years. So that was my training. But a dentist legally is allowed to put on braces. They just have to. They don't have the proper training, if you want to call it that. They just don't have additional training in it. Okay. Do you have to take physics to be a dentist or orthodontist? God, I think I did. I think it was a year and a half of physics is required undergrad to get into dental school. I'm pretty sure that was a prerequisite. It wasn't on our dental admission exam, but I think they're thinking about adding it. But physics is like super important for orthodontics because like if you think about it, it's like everything I do every day is like a mixture of physics, engineering, and biology, and art. Those 4 things I would say is what I do. Because if you think about it, every motion you do, like that law of physics of every action has an equal and opposite reaction, is like prime orthodontics. So a patient comes in and is like, I want to move this tooth, but not that tooth. I'm like, I could try my best to minimize the force on another tooth, but if I'm trying to pull a tooth down, other teeth are going to go up. But that's why we have to use like things like lace ties and different wires to try to minimize the side effects. Okay, so awesome, very cool. Like it's a very, very interesting career. Maybe I'm biased because it's what I do every day, but I think it's a lot of fun, and I think you guys agree if you're watching this that orthodontics is really fun. Okay, is there a difference between buttons? Yes, finally a buttons question. That's what this is supposed to be for. Is there a difference between buttons? I've seen the ones that you have in your videos that are, sorry, someone's typing, it's moving up, that are small and circular. Remember, buttons are shaped like handlebars. Is there a reason for this, or just a different manufacture? Man, that was hard for me to read. Where are you, Kimberly? Manufacturer. There are some differences. Okay, so the handlebar ones are useful for pulling in certain directions. You can grab just one of them if you want to get more of an angle. It really depends on what your orthodontists are trying to do. There are some that look like mine, which are literally like a circle button. There are some that look like curved with a button. Those are to get like a better grip on certain teeth. There are some that are triangular shaped that fit in aligners better. It depends on what your orthodontist is trying to do, but generally we just stock like 1 or 2 of them. Yours are probably used mostly for like elastics and rotations. Whereas if you're trying to, I think that it's just really dependent on the case. Mine are smaller and it fits in little compact areas, but yours could be used to put more things on it. So it really is case dependent, but generally it's just a different manufacturer. But I do have I have 2 different types of buttons in my box. If you guys saw that video, I have a box that I travel with, and in that box I have like little ones, and then I have ones that are curved a little bit more, and that's for more like the molars or the premolars, so it can get a better grip on the tooth. So hope that helped answer that question. It was a little hard. With the Heller button. Robbie, I literally just released this video. It was like 4 days ago. So the way I'm trying to do these YouTube lives is whatever video I released on that Saturday, I try to focus the Q&A on that video. So people that had questions about the buttons, I try to answer today. That's kind of how I'm trying to do this. Brent, sometimes people do that. I generally figure if we're doing Invisalign, let's finish it all with Invisalign. If we're doing with braces, let's do it all with braces. But there is sometimes where they will transition. It's very kind of rare, and it's a lot of the time has to do with the patient wanting to switch, but it is case dependent. Sometimes you will switch from braces to Invisalign or vice versa. Okay. Life. Yes, they will. You and these bite turbos, life would live. Yes, bite turbos are not permanent. They will come off eventually. Watch that video. It's in that video. Check out that video. Without IPR, my doc has put braces. Will it work? I've class 1 with a little bit of forward overlap. Alpha, I can't tell you if it'll work. The best person to ask is your orthodontist. A lot of the time, it's not like you always need IPR. We can make room in different ways, which I talked about in the video of, I don't remember the name of that video actually. I think it was like crowded teeth or something like that. So check that video out. We talk about ways of making space. We can either increase the space available or decrease the space required. So IPR is making the teeth smaller, so we're decreasing the space required. But there are ways to increase space available. So check that out. You don't always need IPR. Do lingual buttons and lingual cleats work the same? Yes, kind of. Lingual cleats don't have the ability to pull up and down on. They're kind of like, they're like the handlebars that we were talking about. Was it Rebecca? Or no, Kimberly was asking handlebars. That's what cleats are like. Buttons are more round and they can be pulled in different directions. So depends. Misty, can I do a video on functional appliances? I do have a video on functional appliances already. It's kind of masked. It's hidden in what's called the Herbst appliance. I made a video about the Herbst. Check out that one. Herbst appliance. Here, I'll type it in the comments. Herbst appliance. Braces explained. Just search that. You'll find it. Ooh, my font comes out as orange. Cool. Hey, do you guys know what these stickers are? Oh, they cost. Never mind. There's super stickers if you guys want to send super stickers. Okay. Lucy's asking, can I play the clarinet with the TPA and braces? Yeah, of course. It takes a little bit of getting used to with the TPA. I have a video about the TPA. Once your tongue gets used to it, you should be totally cool with doing whatever with it. Black blood, am I doing growth modification? I do growth modification when it's necessary. So the thing I always talk about in these on my channel and everything like that is there is no cookie cutter orthodontics. Okay, when a appliance is needed, an appliance is used. When braces are used, needed braces are used. When buttons are needed, buttons are used. There's no way of saying like I do this a lot. No, I do what my patients need, and that's I think the way that all orthodontics and healthcare should be practiced. I know I went into a little rant there about like ethics and stuff like that, but I truly do believe that. I think that a lot of people do this a lot or do that a lot, and I don't know if that's really necessary. I think you do what's necessary for your patients to get good treatment. And what is this? Shoot. Did you guys get an ad or something? I just clicked something and I realized that. Oh man. Oops. Sorry, if you guys got an ad, ignore that. I just clicked something because I wasn't sure what that was. I'm still learning these YouTube lives with you guys on here, so bear with me. Does everyone need buttons? No, not everybody needs buttons. Buttons are used when they're necessary. For rotations, for extrusions, for that last video that we talked about, those are the indications for like most buttons, not all of them. All right? No ad. All right, thanks, Misty. Yeah, I literally clicked this thing and I didn't know what it did. There was like a button and it was like a little dollar sign. I'm like, oh, what is that? And I clicked it and it went to an ad. My bad. And then, okay. Cool. No ad. Nope, it's all good. Are you guys enjoying these lives, by the way? I want to keep doing them, and I feel like you guys are being like awesome and supportive and checking in and tuning in, and I really appreciate it. But are you guys finding these useful? I think they're helpful for y'all, but y'all. I want to go to Texas. I miss going to Texas. I was in Texas a couple years ago for a meeting. I made a video on it too, but I miss it. It was a lot of fun. I miss Texas. See, oh god, that guy got an ad. All right, Leslie's liking these lives. I just feel like sometimes we run out of stuff to talk about, and I just drag it on because I want to answer you guys' questions. All right, yes. Can power chains move teeth backwards? Power chains can move teeth in whichever way the power chains are tied. So if all your teeth in the front are like laced together and power chain the tooth forward, well, it'll move that tooth forward. But if you're trying to pull teeth back, then power chains can move teeth back. So power chains, like the concept of them is that they're basically just like an elastic thread. They're like a linked rings, and then when you put them on between teeth, it'll pull teeth together. So if you're trying to pull teeth back, it will pull them back. If you're trying to pull teeth forward, it will pull them forward. Really, it doesn't know what it's doing. It's just a thread that's trying to pull teeth together. Can rubber bands fix small gaps? Depends. Rubber bands are mostly used for bites, but they can be used for gaps if they're tied in a certain way. So ask your orthodontist about that one. You know what I want to talk about though really quickly is something I mentioned in a video that I felt like I had this conversation with a patient yesterday, and I feel like people just getting started with braces need to hear this. So the braces journey is a process, right? So it's not like you can put the braces on and it's going to go and look amazing overnight. Sometimes when we're lining up the teeth, these wires are increasing the arch length. They're making the teeth broader and wider. And when that happens, what can happen is a gap can develop between teeth. And this is normal. Your orthodontist is not going to leave you with a gap in your teeth, okay? But they came in freaking out. Like they got their braces on like 2 weeks ago. And they're like, oh my God, I came in. What's going on? My teeth looked much better. I didn't have gaps. Now I have gaps. Don't worry. Gaps occur, but gaps will be closed. But we can't close them too early because these early wires that we have are flimsy. They're nickel titanium. They have shape memory. So if I also put a power chain on a nickel titanium wire, it could overpower it. So please be patient, but people that are freaking out about gaps in their early treatment, don't worry, it will be closed. Okay? Who's spamming this video? Someone's saying, please don't spam. Who's spamming? Here, hold on. I don't know who's spamming, but watch this. Michaela, I am going to make you a moderator to prevent spammers. You got that power. Okay, Raja is going in timeout. That's the spammer. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm gonna put user in timeout. Oh my god, it's like, dude, this guy's spamming so much I can't even like click it. Hide user from the channel. Boom. Alright, cool. So I think we're good. I think they're muted. And Michaela, I made you a moderator. So if you see anything else, handle it. I don't accept spammers on the channel, guys. That's not cool. Like, we're all here to learn. I'm going to respond to comments that are asked appropriately. If I see it, I'm going to try to answer it. If not, we'll answer it in another video or in a dedicated video. So just be patient here. Like, I try to answer all of you guys' questions because I do value each and every one of you guys' questions, okay? She's saying too. Heavier wires express different movements. So I have a video where I talk about different sized wires. It's in the video about nickel titanium wires, NiTi wires. Check out that video, but it's basically talking about the fact of each wire is like, there's a slot, right? So each brace, there's a slot. So the first wire that goes in is gonna be like, let's say this big. So this tooth, if it was like up here, it'll be brought down here. But it won't be in the perfect spot until we get a bigger wire. And then that'll make it a little bit less movement. And then we'll put a rectangular one to get the angulation right. So the bigger wires the more we go, the more we express the prescription of that brace. Does that make sense? So if we express it all the way, then we get the movement that we want of that tooth. Okay? Okay. Are there any way braces can make your teeth longer? Not really. Sometimes we can extrude a tooth and bring it down more. You can't change the shape of teeth with braces. You can reshape them if they're like chipped. I can make them shorter, but I can't make them bigger. I have a really, really neat case that I did the other day. We can use a laser, and what that laser does is we can actually cut away some of the gums to make your tooth appear longer, but we can't actually make your tooth longer because we can't change the shape of teeth without veneers. Okay? All right, guys, I just realized that it's 8:58. I do have to get ready because I have to dip out to work here. Thank you guys for being so amazing. Stay safe out there, please. I know it's crazy time right now, but I do appreciate all of you guys very, very, very much. So please stay safe, stay happy. Go to your orthodontist appointment. Wear your rubber bands if you're supposed to. Go brush your teeth. Maintain great hygiene. I have my recommended products in the description of today's video. I will catch you guys this Saturday on another YouTube video and next Wednesday on another YouTube live. Michaela, thanks for being a moderator, and I will catch you guys next week or this Saturday on another episode of Braces Explained. But for now, Dr. Greg out.